well, hey, look, Peppa Pig is like chewing on something, or I don't know, or she's stuttering. She's moving her mouth, and I don't know if she's saying something or not because the audio is turned off. Because I'm talking and I'm like, I can't hear myself and the audio at the same time. So, it's better if I turn it off. Hey, look, Shimmer and Shine. It looks like it's 2D. It looks like it's the 2D Shimmer and Shine version. So, what I'm assuming is back a long time ago, hey, look, the same bear. And they're like creating Nick Jr. logos. I like these bear bumpers, but they're really short. I'm not really sure what they're all about. So I was saying something, and now I lost my train of thought. So something about colors, and then I was talking about CGI, and then I was talking about colors again. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about, so I'll just talk about something else instead. About the Nick Jr. logo. Well, look, there's Christmas lights everywhere, and it's like lighting up. The logo is lighting up every time the dot hits the logo, and it lights up. Hey, look, there's like dots flying everywhere. I never noticed this about these bumpers. There's like balls or dots. I don't know if that's the same dot from the Nick Jr. logo, but look, there's a blue dot on that trampoline and it's like bouncing. Well, we see this. Yes, it was part of the Nick Jr. logo, this dot. This dot is like everywhere. Like you never pay attention to it, but it's like bouncing everywhere. I never really knew till now where it came from. So actually, we've been looking at the Nick Jr. dot all this time. So that's a crazy thing. So that dot is out of control, if we're honest. Look, there it is, the blue dot near the football. And then it just comes from behind a house and joins the Nick Jr. logo. And I don't know where all the other letters come from. They just fall from the sky, as far as I'm concerned. And Nickelodeon, it just like appears out of thin air. The logo just keeps appearing out of thin air. So that's kind of interesting. So there's like trains in this virtual city of Nick Jr. and there's like inhabitants. They probably have a large population, but they show off only some of the people. I'm sorry. There's Harvey Beaks, which looks a lot like Chowder to me. Actually, the word chowder sounds like coward to me. I almost said coward, but then I said chowder, the correct thing. But it doesn't matter because then I continued talking about how I thought that it was coward. And then here I am talking about cowards and chowders for 2 minutes or something. Well, so we stopped looking at this Nicktoons ad because that's what it is. It's more like an ad than a bumper because it's both possibly. So we see these adventures of Nella the Princess Knight or whatever she's called. Yes, Nella the Princess Knight. And a nice Nick Jr. logo and some more Nick Jr. logos with Christmas lights and snow on top. This snow really makes the difference. Without snow, this wouldn't look that great. So this whole continuity is from December 9th. I don't know if I mentioned the exact date. I said it's from 2017, but it's from December 9th as well. So nice to know. It's almost 2018 actually, if you think about it, because December is the last month of the year. So it's more like the beginning of 2018, which is still like 2 years ago, because this is like September right now. So we'll have 2020 pretty soon actually. Look at Shimmer and Shine. I see the 3D version right here. So maybe they started out with the 3D version because it's like from 2 years ago, and then they moved to a 2D version. I'm not sure. Maybe it's all the same, and I'm just noticing things that are not there. It's funny when I just observe things like that. So what is this? Paw Patrol? Of course it's Paw Patrol because that's the show. I can't really tell what it is. So when I can't tell what this show is, it's most probably Paw Patrol. So yeah, because I think there's like a second show that looks like Paw Patrol, and I'm just like confusing those two. But no, there's probably just one show, and I'm like, I just can't recognize it. It's something that my brain doesn't register because it's probably all CGI and it's made in a certain style. It's like the textures are pretty simple. Like they're they don't have a lot of detail, and the movements are very simple. You could almost say cheap. So I'm not a big fan of Paw Patrol because of simply how it looks. That's all. Maybe the stories are great. Maybe it teaches your children a lot of important lessons, or if you are the child, then it teaches you a lot of important lessons. But I'm not a big fan of how it looks. That's all I'm saying. I'm a big fan of things looking pretty and colorful. Bright colors is what I'm all about. I mentioned this already. So the Nick Jr. logo here and there's a moat. There was like a moat, and the protector of the it's like a castle. The Nick Jr. logo was like in front of a castle, and there was a moat, and there was like instead of a dragon or an alligator, there was a rubber duck protecting the castle, the so-called castle. And we're back to having sponsors here. We got cacti and dragons pretending some kind of self-made build amateur build house or something, or like a tent, or I don't even know how to call it. A hut? No. So we got the dot going crazy and like disrupting the whole Nick Jr. logo. You see a moat. It's a moat, and it's a castle. It even looks like a castle, and it's got Nick Jr. in front of that castle. So I don't know what to make of that. What kind of connection does that have to real life? Is that a logo, or is that a living, breathing thing, the Nick Jr. logo? I don't know. Maybe we could, make it into a living thing somehow. Because the dot is going wild all the time. It's behaving like a living being, right? So the dot is kind of bullying the